So, it's a new channel here. My wife and I recently bought 14.4 acres. We'll get into a little bit of the background on this property and kind of our plans for this place. This place used to be an old tree farm. We'd been hunting around for some acreage for a while. We ended up landing on this piece of property. At the time, driving up to it was pretty heavily wooded, but once I got hiking back in here, kind of saw the opportunity. Ended up being a little bit more clear than we had thought, and I thought we could do some work on it and really make this place into a home for us. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get turned around in here. I've hiked it quite a few times, so I have a good lay of the land. This area over here, this is a bit of a clearing. Should be somewhat easy to clear this path with a tractor. I'm looking at maybe a Kubota with a grapple and a brush hog and a box blade to even out some of the ruts. When they were tree farming, they would pull up trees, so there's giant divots where the tree used to stand, and they pulled it up and sold it. So got to kind of clear that out. And I like that there's a lot of pines here, in the winter. Get some greenery. Excited about the amount of nature here and the wildlife. When I was here in the summer, there was a lot of deer beds. You could tell they were bedding down along the path. But yeah, I got a lot of trees to cut, so gonna kind of start working this and start cutting some stuff down with it, with a couple of chainsaws. But kind of uncharted territory for me. I've dabbled with chainsaws, and I'm pretty outdoorsy, but I wouldn't consider myself a logger by any means. But as you can see, there's a lot of dead standing brush and things that need to be cut down and cleared. Yeah, I got my work cut out ahead of me, but excited for the process. And as they say, you gotta sort of enjoy the journey, if you will. Yeah, just making my way through, walking back to grab my pile of stuff. I brought my bow. There's an easement on this property, which is sort of nice because it's a big clear area where might be good for a little bit of target practice and things of that nature. But it's a small part of the property, but it's a maintained clearing, so it's got its pros and cons. But just made it back here to my big old pile of stuff. Got a chainsaw with me, and some camera gear and my bow and my target. So yeah, gonna have some fun with that for a little bit for the sunsets over here. Gonna get this chainsaw started up and warmed up, and then I'm gonna get in there and maybe clear some of these dead standing trees. Always a good idea to wear your safety gear. Got the chainsaw chaps, the helmet, the chainsaw gloves, and steel toe boots. But from everything I've seen from the chainsaw gurus on YouTube, nothing beats doing things the right way. The safety gear is only a backup, but good to be safe regardless. And if I'm doing anything reckless, by all means, comment in the comment section and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I'm just a dude with a chainsaw out here, figuring things out as I go. As you can tell, this is a brand new saw. Hasn't been used before. I did fire it up once before, but and it ran pretty good. But yeah. So I have this tree here that's leaning. This one seems like a suitable one to try it out on. It's obviously got a clear lean to it. The one thing that does concern me is there are some vines that are kind of tangled up in it, which might, cause some issues with how it falls. And it probably isn't the smartest idea to do this with all the brush and bramble around, because, if I need to bail out, I might get tangled up in some of this, but I think I can manage this, especially if I delimb some of the tree first. So we're just gonna try it and see what happens. Damn. That keeps dying on me a little bit, but I don't know if it's because it's cold or what, but. Well, that didn't work quite as planned. I think the trees are hung up a little bit. But you know, you live, you learn. Let's see if we can push this down a little bit. The vines have kind of tangled these two trees together. Honestly, they might both have to come out. We'll have to see. I might have to cut this other one down with it. The vines and some of these pines have sort of strangled them out. So that's why a lot of these are dead. You know, once I'm able to move in on this property, I can better manage a lot of this and make sure that the trees are kind of getting the care that they need. So yeah, something to watch out for here. You know, they say that the chain loosens up as you start to use it. Well, this one loosened up quite a bit, I'd say. So gonna make sure everything's tightened down here. You know, tension that chain properly and get back to cutting. So they say that you should have should be pretty taut, but you should be able to kind of pull it down just a little bit past the bar there. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. You don't want it so taut that that it wears the bar, but you definitely don't want it slipping off because that could be, you know, potentially dangerous. Kind of crank this down quite a bit, tension it up, and then yeah, we'll get back to cutting. Yeah, she's hung up there good with that other tree. Let's see if I can't get this to come down. Might be a little dangerous, but we'll see. Hey, these vines are crazy. They're so thick, they're like jungle vines. And they just choke out these trees. That's why the only thing that's alive on them is at the very top. So they just kind of suck up all the nutrients in the water and kill the tree that they're strangling out. We'll have to figure out how to get this down. I don't know if I want to cut down this tree, but I might have to. So yeah, the situation we have here, we have this tree over here that's tangled up with this tree, and we're gonna try to get them to both come down. Now this one's kind of leaning this way and this one's leaning that way, so I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but yeah, we're gonna play this by ear and play it safe and, you know, just do our best. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Charm. So yeah, first tree felled successfully. Well, two. Got 2 for 1 deal because you know that one got a little hung up with all the vines that were tangled up in that tree. This one's even tethered to that one even. But just wanted to get out here and practice with the new chainsaw and see if I could put some of that YouTube education to work. You know, how to properly aim felling trees and proper safety techniques. So, you know, Pretty happy with this little Husqvarna. My wife got it for me for Christmas. It's refurbished. And if you're ever looking for a good deal, I always recommend shopping refurbished. It's stuff works like new, and you know, they fix things up to manufacturer specs, and you can get massive discounts that way. So highly recommend it. So yeah, first two of many. I got much more to go. I'll be shopping around for a tractor here pretty soon. We plan to eventually build a Barndominium. Kind of have like maybe an in-law suite and yeah, nice good size shop and garage. But in the meantime, we might do some hot tent camping. I recently picked up a spring bar with a winter well stove, and might build a nice little platform and get out here and do some camping and some cooking. You know, really give back to my roots there. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys join me for future videos. Yeah, it's got a long road ahead of us. It's gonna be a process.